Good evening, everybody. Thank you for coming. Thank you, Wow. Thank you, Kim. Thank you for being invited to speak today. It's such an honour. So, I want to talk today about my journey from the corporate world into the business world. And so it starts like this. Everybody else seemed to know what it was that they were going to do, except for me. I had no idea. Well, I kind of had some idea. I knew I wanted a Louis Vuitton briefcase, and I knew I wanted an Armani suit. Because I had watched a TV show, and this is what she wore, and I thought this is what business people do. So I told very proudly an uncle of mine that I was going to be a businesswoman. Congratulations, he said. And I'm going to wear this outfit. Congratulations, he said. What are you going to do? I don't know. Oh. So I do what all people do when they don't know. They go to university, they get a degree, and they do a job. And I did this for 10 years. I fitted in for 10 years, and I climbed that greasy pole, and I filled that hole that was aching inside me with Prada and parties and Moet and Mulberry. It was fantastic, although it wasn't. Luckily, and I say luckily, I had a wake-up call. At the age of 32, I had a stroke on a business trip in the States. And I was in an MRI scanner, and the doctors were there trying to work out what was wrong with me. In my head, I had been planning to go shopping in the States with my friend. And unfortunately, the universe had other plans for me. Now, a lot of people will talk about their death experience, well, not a lot of people. Some people will talk about their death experience, their near-death experience. Let me tell you this, because I know we have heard from, sadly, Steve Jobs when he talked about how chasing money isn't the be-all and the end-all. And you kind of go, yeah, okay. It really isn't. When you hit death's door, you do not think, I wish I had more of this or that or the other. I actually thought, I haven't lived. I haven't lived. I'm 32 and I haven't lived. Please let me have another chance. Please let me live. And as I lay there thinking, right, if I'm going to die, you really need to get on with this because it's quite painful. I got a message back saying, no, we now want you to go and teach people what you've learned, that now is truly your time to live. Because if not now, when? And so it's a very long and convoluted story, not really 7 minutes suitable to explain how I went from that place to where I am today. But I will say this one sentence that really struck me, and when I heard this, it was a game changer. Because, believe it or not, after the stroke, I actually went back to my job. I did not know what else to do. I had been fitting in for so many years, I didn't know what else to do. Until I went to this event, and this guy stepped forward and he said, why do you try so hard to fit in when you're born to stand out? And a little voice inside me went, oh my God, I want to be a motivational speaker. And then reality slapped me around the face and said, when you get up, you shake. So I was like, okay, well, this is going to be a tough journey, but hey, we climbed that greasy pole, so how hard can it really be? And the next part of the story is basically to say, how hard is anything when you really want it? We have all this time in the world, we actually think, but we actually don't have time to waste. After the stroke, I actually wrote a book about time management. I was that passionate about time. And in the book, my message in essence is just analyse how you're spending your time Work out what you don't want to do, work out what you do want to do, and then do it. And I finished this book and I thought, wow, this really isn't rocket science, is it? But it's easy for me to say this having been where I've been. So I guess the point of the talk tonight is to share my stories, to share my wake-up call, in the hope that somebody goes away from here and thinks twice about why they do what they do and actually is prepared to make a change. So the question that I want to leave you with from here, because obviously the biggest reason why we fit in is because we're afraid of what other people are going to say. So the question that I want to leave you with is, what would you actually do differently? How would you live your life? Yours. It's nobody else's, it's actually yours. How would you live your life differently if it didn't matter about other people's opinions? Because fundamentally, haters are going to hate. They just do. They've got nothing else to do, these trolls. God knows, Anyway, we'll send them love, because lovers are just going to love. So if you fill your life believing that lovers are going to love, you're going to attract loving people to you. And that, in essence, is as simple as it is. As I said, it's not rocket science. So don't make it complicated. Thank you very much.